everybody, it's Megan and welcome back to my channel, Preschool Teacher Addicted to Diamond Painting. In this video, I'm going to attempt something new. I'm going to do a time-lapse diamond painting while I talk over it. So we'll see how this goes. So right now, I'm working on a full round diamond painting. I've been doing a lot of squares, so I thought I would take a break and kind of do a smaller full round. And I like to play with how I go about laying the drills. So you just saw me using the 6 drill tip, and now I'm doing the checkerboard method. And I'll continue to flip-flop and make it fun throughout this entire video. So this whole project took me about 7.5 hours, but time-lapse it's only taking about a half hour. It's amazing what technology can do these days. And I got this one actually a long time ago. It was, at the beginning of when I started diamond painting. And I'll talk about that more later on as well when it's done. But yeah, I know a lot of you like to listen to me talk while I diamond paint instead of hearing music. So I thought I would try this and see what the feedback is. If you have some, constructive feedback to give me, you can leave a comment below. I would love to hear all your comments about this type of video. I've seen it done multiple times. I love watching time-lapse videos of diamond painting. I think it's really satisfying, and I'll say that again later too. So this is the first one I've ever attempted, and I hope it's okay. I will say though that the lighting in this video, as you can tell, is very flickery because of the way my light pad was messing with the lighting of the camera, so I apologize for that. But again, this is just the trial run. So, and it took me a long time, so I don't want to just scrap it. So obviously you can see here I did the checkerboard method again, but instead of doing it by row, I kind of did the whole ping-ponging method, which I like to do too, where I start in one corner and then I just kind of diagonal and go and bounce. It bounces me around until I finish the whole thing. I guess you could also call it, I like to call it the pinball method too, because it kind of just bounces around like a pinball. But so yeah, I like to take a break from my square paintings to do rounds. I find that it kind of is a good change of pace for me. But really, I just love squares too, so I don't know. I still haven't decided if I like squares or rounds better. I think I just have to chalk it up to liking both, honestly. Because I'm liking the finished look of the rounds more and more and more, The more I do them, the more I like them. So I don't know. I think as long as you have a good mix of whatever you like to do, whatever works for you works for you. I personally enjoy doing the squares because of how exact you have to be. It's satisfying to watch as well and to do. But rounds lay easier, and I really just was in the mood to lay color, and so I found this small diamond painting. This is a 25 by 20 diamond painting, which, by the way, at the top of the canvas you can see it says 20 by 25, but I like to say the length first because I don't know, I just like saying length times width, so it's 25 by 20 to me. That tells me that it's a horizontal painting or a landscape instead of a portrait or a vertical painting. So yeah, this took me, I didn't do this all at one time, in case anyone's wondering. I did stop and restart about, I'd say like 5 different times. but I thought it would be a good change of pace in terms of what my videos look like, and just a different way to do things. As I've mentioned in past videos, I find that the natural state for me is to not talk while I diamond paint. It's just more natural and comfortable to me because I tend to forget what I'm saying a lot of times. So hopefully with me doing this voiceover, I won't be as inclined to forget what I'm supposed to say or what my train of thought is. It's very annoying, and I apologize, but I'm kind of scatterbrained that way, especially when you know people are going to hear what you're saying, you know. So yeah, but yeah, this light pad though just really, I think I figured out how to make it work now. Later on it gets better, but you know, I didn't want to waste all this filming, so if you could just bear with me through it, it should be okay, I think. So this is time-lapse. I think this is sped up to 4 times as fast as it actually is. But I liked filming this way because the audio isn't used, so I could have the TV on, I could talk to Chris, I could talk on the phone, well, not on the phone because I'm filming, but I could talk to whoever was around. I could, you know, listen to nature sounds, and I didn't have to talk, which is nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy talking while I diamond paint too, but it's just my natural comfort level is to just get sucked in and not come out for hours. So, which I think is the case for a lot of us, you know, because we just get so into it. Yeah, and I like to play around with how I diamond paint too. With this particular one, because it's so small, I was doing kind of like I was doing color by color instead of section by section. Oh, and there's I wanted to show you guys the pink drill I had in there. The little lost pink drill. I didn't have any pink in this painting at all, but there was a hot pink drill in the whatever color this is. So that was funny. But having it, you know, time lapse, you couldn't really tell. Oh, yep, there I am reloading my pen. So with this one, this is like hilarious to me, you guys. I'm seeing myself work so fast. This is kind of funny. Okay, anyway, so with this one, since it's so small, I did it by color, so I would go through the whole canvas with the same color and just fill it in. And of course, I was aware of my sleeves and everything, and I kept the clear plastic over half of it at a time while I was working. And so you just saw me do like the darker color on each corner. So what I'm doing is choosing the next color in from the outside. So I did the outside first, and then each color that comes next on my way into the middle is the one I would do next. So I'm doing A right now, which was, let's see, DMC code 8107, which is interesting because I don't think I've ever gotten the DMC code over like 38 something. Oh, besides white, which is like 5. I don't know. Because I've got some 5. I got 5004, 5006, 5008. Interesting. So with this, I'm mainly using 2 pens. I'm using my 6 drill tip and my 3 drill tip, as well as my single drill tip. And what I really practice with this one, because I haven't done it with rounds before, I've only done it with squares, is I'll take my 3 drill tip and I'll use it to lay down singles or even double drills. So I'll just like hold it at an angle, and I'll release one onto like a single A, and then I'll put the other 2, because I have 3 drills on the pen, I'll put the other 2 in a double A spot. And I find that that's much quicker, and I actually really like working that way. because I don't have to refill my pen as much. So I'm learning how to be faster at diamond painting, and not that I necessarily want this to go by quickly, but I'm just, I guess, not faster, just more efficient. And it wasn't a race. This one I was a little more aware of to kind of move a little bit more, you know, briskly. But, you know, I wasn't too worried about how fast I went. I thought, you know, however long it takes me, it takes me. So this color, I think I'm doing the number 6 right now. And it was the next one closest on Hedwig's wing right there. But then I obviously went through the whole canvas and did all the 6s, so I'm not necessarily working from the outside in, but I just, that was my guideline for which symbol I would choose next. So I knew this was going to be a very pixelated picture because of how small it was. With diamond paintings, for those of you who might not know yet, the smaller the picture, the more pixelation you have. The bigger the picture, you know, just, you know, contrastly, the bigger the picture, the more detail you have, and the less pixelated it looks. However, every diamond painting looks pixelated when you're looking close up to it, but the farther away you get, the more it blends, and the more detail you can get with a bigger painting. Bigger paintings just have more room for detail, basically. So yeah, this one, like I said, I just got off Facebook. I didn't know at the time, you know, about the whole pixelation thing. I just wanted to get as many as I could at the beginning to practice and everything. So I've had this for a while, but I went through my portfolio and I was looking for, I guess, my cue. And I was looking for a round painting to do because I needed a break from squares. And I didn't want it to be a big round. I wanted it to just be a small one. So this is what I landed on. So then at the end of this time lapse is a video, I guess a clip of me showing the finished product and explaining things. So I'm sorry if I'm a little repetitive. Again, this is my first time doing this, so we'll have to see how it goes. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of teaching myself how to do these things. We'll have to see. I am, like I said, I'm trying to get back into filming more. So I'm trying out different things and finding what people like and what people don't like. And I know everybody likes certain things. I'm not always going to make everyone happy, but that's okay too. So I also had to move the camera around a lot during this diamond painting to zoom in enough for you guys to see. I know a lot of you like to see the very up close laying of the drill, so I wanted to make sure I got that for you guys too while I was working. But yeah, this was a fun one. I really liked this one. It went by pretty quick, even though it took me about 7.5 hours. It's still, I was able to lay color quickly with this one. So the symbols were easy to read. It was easy to differentiate. A few of them were a little blurry. For instance, the ones that were written in white were a little bit blurry. I could still read it. I had no problems with it, but I could see that it was not the best printing, but you can see the sections of color. That's what I say when I say I wanted to lay a lot of color quickly. I just felt like laying color. A lot of diamond paintings I do, the canvases are so mixed with symbols. I call them mucked up drill fields because they're just so blended. But this one, you could see the segments of each symbol. There's big parts of each big amounts of space, like at the top there, with lots of the same symbol. So I just wanted to lay color quick, and this one looked like it would work for me. So that's what I chose to do. For the drills, and I'll tell you about it at the end, for the drill storage in this small painting, I used a 12 little compartment container that I actually got in and I don't think it was this kit, but it was a previous kit, or probably after I bought this painting, I got this in a kit. But I wasn't sure what I was going to use it for. The compartments are really small, but I just saved it, and then I found it. Sorry guys, I have to cough. Still have that cold. And I thought, this is a really small painting. This container might work great. So 12 of the colors I was able to put into this little container, and then the rest I just had in bags, and I'll explain that more later too. So, yeah. I look like I'm just really fast. Oh, now I'm doing the symbol F. I liked how this canvas too, the symbols were so different. You can see there's like blue symbols that have blue writing, like the number 1. And then the number 2 is a blue background with a red number 2. And then the J's are red with a white background. The dots are dark blue on a white background. It was just very easy to find the symbols. I didn't want to take a long time to find the symbols. Like in the other mucked up drill field canvases that I have. So this was a pleasure because it took little to no thought basically at all. No searching. I just laid the color down and moved on my merry way. I was a little surprised too at the colors in this painting, but when I looked at the thumbnail a little bit closer, I figured it out, you know, because there's purple in this painting. But in the thumbnail, in the picture of what it's supposed to look like, you can see a little hint of purple in Hedwig's feathers. I can see where they got the purple from, but it actually looks really good when it's finished. I don't know what I'm going to do with this diamond painting now that it's finished. I might put it in my unframed bin of finished diamond paintings I have until I find a good spot for it. And I'd probably just do a simple, you know, frame I got from Meyer or something. It's small enough to frame just in a regular frame. I don't have to get it custom framed or anything like that. So that'll be nice too, but I just don't know if I'm going to hang it, where I'm going to hang it, or maybe I'll give it away. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't really like to give really pixelated pictures away because I don't feel like it's a good representation of what diamond paintings can look like. Yeah, you can see me now. Sorry, side note. Now I'm using the 3 drill tip as a, or I was, to lay single drills and double drills as like a single drill placer and a 2 drill placer put together. Does that make sense? Maybe I'm not making sense, I don't know. But I did a Facebook poll on our diamond painting group where I asked how long you wanted to, you know, what was your ideal length of a paint with me. And a majority of the people said over a half hour. You know, like they can't get enough, like as long as you can. So this is over 30 minutes, which should make a lot of you happy. If you don't like me talking over this, I apologize. But again, I'm trying something new. And I can't make everyone happy, but hopefully I can make some of you happy. A lot of times too, I notice when I'm drilling, I just kind of go wherever my eye takes me first. So I'm not always, you know, going in a sensical pattern, or, you know, I don't go to sensical areas next. It's just kind of like really like whatever kind of catches my eye. So you'll see me kind of floating around in this video a little bit. And I do sometimes drill off camera. And I'm sorry about that. I got sucked in and I just kept going, and then I looked at the camera and I was like, oh no, I've been off camera for probably, I don't know, like a minute worth of filming. So I knew I was going to time lapse it though, so I wasn't too worried about it. And it seems like the camera moving doesn't affect it too badly. So that's good. All right, so sometimes I just get sucked into watching, like I'm getting sucked in right now just watching it happen. So exciting. Yeah, so I just went back and listened to some of the audio and realized that I sound really fuzzy because I thought I had to talk louder than I actually do. So actually, I am talking much quieter than what I would normally actually talk in real life. So we'll see how this one goes. I think it's funny how I'm just doing this and, you know, trial and error as I go. I don't claim to be some sort of video editing master or anything like that, but I wanted to try some different things, so bear with me here. And so yeah, I just ordered, you guys are gonna think I'm ridiculous. So here I said that I didn't want to buy any more diamond paintings until I finish a lot of them that are in my queue right now. And I have finished a lot of them, like for Christmas presents and stuff. So I thought, you know what? I need more round, you know, break whips, break diamond paintings. So yeah, and I just decided to get a few more that have special diamonds. So hopefully in the next few weeks I'll be doing some unboxings. And I just feel like the more colorful the diamond painting, the better the video will be, because I know I like to see colorful things as well. So I try to keep in mind what kinds of things I like to watch, and make videos based off of my interests as well. So I'm really looking forward to all of the constructive feedback that I will get in this video. Keyword is constructive feedback, so please don't just make a comment saying that you hate it, because that doesn't tell me anything moving forward. I can't use that information to improve what I do. So if you are thinking about commenting on this video and it's, you know, if you hate it, okay, what don't you like about it? Or what could I have done differently? You know, I know that my voice is, you know, too loud at the beginning. Well, 2/3 of this video. So, you know, I made mistakes too, but I don't want to waste all that time that I put into it. So we're just gonna let this one, you know, just hang out, and we'll move forward from here. But yeah, it is different talking to a screen and watching myself diamond paint as I talk. But I know a lot of you wanted to hear me talk. I also didn't want it to just be dead air when I was gathering my thoughts, so I put some music behind all of this as well. So you know, give me feedback on that as well if you'd like, about if you know, what kind of music you like to hear. I tried picking happy, calm music, some funky stuff, just to spice it up a little bit. So you don't have to like all the music, but you know, give me some constructive feedback, please, and I will take it and run with it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna stop talking for the next few minutes. We've got about, I don't know, 3.5 minutes left of the time lapse, and then I start to talk again. So yeah, we'll call this video done, and I will talk to you guys in just a few minutes. Here she is, completely finished, Hedwig and the Deathly Hallows. It was a 25 by 20 centimeter full round painting. Here's the thumbnail of what the picture is supposed to look like. We've got Hedwig on a cliff with a cliff in the background at night, and it looks like she's hanging on to the Deathly Hallows on a necklace or something. So I thought that was pretty neat. And it took me in real time, a little over 7 hours to complete. I don't know where I got it from. It was at the beginning of my diamond painting journey, and I clicked on a link on Facebook, and that's where it took me, but I can't even tell you where I got it from. In terms of drill storage, I used this little nifty container. It was like an add-on gift from a previous kit that I had bought. And this is a small painting, so I thought this would be perfect. There are only 12 compartments, and there's 19 colors in this painting. So in order to supplement this container, I just put either the extra color that wouldn't fit in here or the other colors that I didn't have a spot for in these sturdier bags inside the bag it came in. And I just labeled everything. I made sure everything's very clearly labeled before I do anything, just in case. So yeah, I had lots of leftover drills. Didn't run out of anything. Minimal trash too. Minimal issues with this. So it was a good one. Again, it took me a little over 7 hours. I think closer to 7.5 hours to complete. And I hope some of you liked the voiceover with the fast forward diamond painting. I know that I really enjoy watching people time-lapse diamond painting. I think it's really satisfying. So I hope some of you got some enjoyment out of that. And this was a really nice in-between project for me. I've been doing a lot of square diamond paintings, so it was nice to do a round. They do lay quicker. So yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. If you have any comments, please leave them below. The link to our Facebook diamond painting page group is below as well. It's called Diamond Painting Addicts, preschool teacher addicted to diamond painting. And yeah, until next time, you guys, keep on diamond painting.